Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Weaponry Fitness. I am streaming on three platforms: X, Facebook, YouTube. YouTube is the main platform. So if you are watching me on other platforms, I want you to come over to YouTube, give me a like and a subscribe. Make sure you comment on some of my videos, and we are going to get into it. So if you're new to my channel, I typically do weapons training, martial arts, stuff like that. Hence the name Weaponry Fitness. So we have just started this podcasting thing maybe a couple of months ago. So just reacting to some videos. I like to do like as a martial artist, I pay attention to the things around me, body language, stuff that can I look out for things that can caution some things I need to be caution of, dangers, safety, stuff like that. So as a martial artist, I tend to look around the world too and see all the issues and stuff. I try to avoid most of it, so I'm doing pretty good in that department. Even though I pick like the hardest jobs to do, but um, so came across a couple of videos here that I was going to react to. So let's see. I got to make sure that my audio is good. Don't really have anyone in the chat yet. Let's see here. Looks like we're good. Looks like we're good. I've managed to fix a lot of issues. So the lighting looks good. The contrast looks good on the video. Sheesh. We just need to get a little more comfortable with doing this whole talking to the mic thing. So usually I'm just like slinging a bunch of weapons everywhere. See, I'm gonna try this other camera angle. Boom. See, the contrast looks different on this camera. So obviously I'm not using my DSLRs. I'm using other webcams too. So I got like three different webcams. Crazy. But we're gonna cycle in between those. So just to get a feel. Let's see here. We are going to I got some videos on React to. Let's see. We So if you're looking at the title, I noticed that people are talking about like Chat GPT, DoorDash, stuff that I don't even use. I still use Wikipedia. I still go get my own food. I have not let myself get too lazy. Because I am a millennial, so we are the last of our kind to experience life without technology. But we did have some technology, but like it's still like we still played with sticks and leaves. So I don't know what the heck they're doing nowadays. Um, so if you're man, if you're familiar with some of this stuff, if you've used it, let me know in the chat or let me know in the playback in the comments if you like it, if it is actually helped your life out, if it's improved your life. So like I mean stuff like DoorDash, Chat GPT, AI. Do you use AI? I've heard from many you or content creators that they are um, using AI a lot. I use AI for my videos. I don't even need a cameraman because I use AI. So it's actually a problem because I need a cameraman. Cameraman is going to be a lot more sufficient than an AI tracker, but as of right now, I have to use an AI tracker. It's really hard to find a cameraman, especially when I am a cameraman. So, but yeah, we are. Hold on one second. Just bought some more crypto. So if you are in the crypto space, you know what is about to come. Oh, I got to make sure my trade went through. What the heck? All right. La, 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 la. What the heck? All right. Sorry about that. So, all right. I just got done with training, took a shower, back into my natural outerwear. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling tired, but feeling good at the same time. So I got this video. We're gonna share the video. Share screen. Boom. What does it say? We're gonna start with this one. Why getting a good job feels so difficult. So we're gonna go react to this because I know a thing or two about this.
Mark of a six-figure salary used to be the gold standard income.
Many entry-level job seekers find themselves in a catch-22. In order to get experience, you need a job. But in order to get that first job, you need experience.
Over a third of them.
See, I didn't really have any problems with getting those kinds of jobs because I always got entry level jobs. So they usually would pay you on the job to they'll train you on the job basically. That's what entry level is. But um obviously I joined the Navy out of high school, so if you don't need experience, you get the experience through boot camp and then so on and so forth. When I got out of the military, I got another job where they trained you, which is arrow ad spinning. So a lot of people are familiar with that. It's you hold this 6 foot sign and you advertise doing crazy tricks and stuff. So I responded to a Craigslist ad. So this was in the 2000 teens. I responded to a Craigslist ad. I don't know if people still use that, but I saw the words, I saw the phrase martial arts in it. If you have a martial arts experience, so I guess in some way, experience did help me with that job because I became like one of the top sign spinners in the Hampton Roads area, which is in Virginia. So experience did help me, but as far as I know, you didn't really need too much experience to get that job. You started off at $10 an hour. We got like $1 a raise every month every time you performed well. So I got up to 14 before I decided to move on. And then when I moved on to I got a job at the bowling alley, which is they pay you on the job as well to be a pin spotter mechanic, but at the same time you got to know people. And they started off me at $10 an hour, which isn't a lot, but back then I had more than one stream of income, so it is what it is. But again, didn't really need experience, so I found jobs that let people in with no experience, so they paid you. So and then I got a cable technician job. I have found a job where they trained you for about 2 weeks how to do cable. Man, that was one of the hardest jobs I've ever taken. So um, again, it's basically an entry level job. I did the same thing with truck driving. Got a sponsorship. They sponsored me to get my CDL, and you don't need experience. Well, some trucking outfits do require like a year of OTR, but as far as if like you get a sponsorship job, they'll send you to your first account, and then basically you go from there. So I got luck. I got man. It's you got to make the right decisions, man. People say you need experience for a job. Just find the jobs that you don't need experience for. Try to find an entry level job. It's really you got to adapt to your atmosphere.
Employers refrain from hiring recent Gen Z college graduates in favor of older employees.
People making well over six figures are still living paycheck to paycheck.
90% of organizations are concerned about employee retention.
Our parents would get pensions, they would work for a company for a certain amount of time, retire, and be paid for the rest of our lives. So the incentives have shrunk, and so the loyalty is just not there.
More than half of Americans say they would need at least $100,000 a year to be financially comfortable.
The benchmark.
That is crazy because that is a lot of money. I make that much a year, but I could probably get away with 70K a year. The reason I don't think like for me it's not enough, but it's enough if you want to live comfortably. But like if you have aspiring goals, you probably want to make as much as you can. But like as far as just to get by without actually living paycheck to paycheck, I would say 70K, just depending on where you live. And that's for a family of like if you have a wife and a kid. That's just like obviously you got to really budget yourself, but most people don't budget. So that's probably why 52% of Americans think they need 100K. They really, um, man, whoever said that, man, just don't know how to manage money correctly.
Mark of a six-figure salary used to be the gold standard income. It represented the tipping point of finally earning a disposable income and building a savings, spending based on your wants, not just your needs.
The American dream is what makes a middle-class lifestyle. You're able to pay your bills. You're able to put food on the table, put a roof over your family's head, and you have some additional savings.
Now, people making well over six figures are still living paycheck to paycheck. What used to symbolize financial freedom is now keeping people.
So I did some research on this. People that live paycheck to paycheck who make 100K a year at the minimum, like as far as six figures go. See, there's a problem with that because once they get that, there's like a big jump. So once you hit that mark, people start acting like they start living a lifestyle like they're a millionaire. So that's the reason why they can't manage their money. They make so much money that they spend a lot. They get into debt and they buy luxurious things when like let's just say for example you're working a job for about 5 years and making 60K a year, and then you land another position, you make 100K a year. You still need a full year to actually put it in that income. It's not like you were in that field for about 10 years. You got to build up. You got to build up net worth. And that's kind of what I had to learn right away because I did the same thing. I was spending a lot of money at first. I didn't really start building my net worth up until about 3 years in as a truck driver. But I didn't really start making six figures until my third year in. So I never made that mistake because I did a lot of research. I talked to a few millionaires. I talked to what were the mistakes they made. And they all said the same thing. They just a lot of them would say try to make more if you can because it's once you make that amount of money, your goals, your standards are going to go up too. So, and that's exactly what happened to me. So, you start learning how to invest, start making more money because once you hit that 70 to 80 hour a week work week, man, you can't work any more than that. So you got to figure out a way to make money while you sleep. So that's exactly what I did. And a lot of people who get into that range, they don't know what the hell to do because either they weren't taught like most of us, or they just don't do the research. I don't know, man. I don't really know too many people personally that make six figures. So I know that the ones that do, they're working their asses off. So maybe that's why a lot of people don't even grind up that. They're just like their regular 9 to 5 jobs where they're making average salaries. But like, man, I can't do that. There's too much stuff I want to get. So, but yeah.
People stressed about making ends meet.
26% say they would need more. A salary in the range of $100,000 to $149,000 per year would make them feel financially comfortable.
I think unfortunately what has happened is that wages haven't kept up with the cost of living by and large for the last 50 years or so. And so it becomes increasingly hard for many families to be able to attain that sort of middle class lifestyle.
See, I knew like people don't really think about the future. They have no foresight. So I know that like if I wanted to buy a house right now, um, I couldn't afford it really. But I do plan on getting a house. By the time I'm ready to get a house, the housing market's going to be raised. So I'm actually I have a foresight. I know it's going to be a little more expensive by the time I'm ready to get a house. So I'm making sure that I'm taking every precaution, like I'm putting away as much money as I can because when I'm ready, I'll have more than enough to get a house. So even though the housing will be raised by the time I get it, which isn't probably too far from now, but yeah, uh, people think people think that the cost of living is going to remain the same throughout the course of their lives, but it just hits them like every year, and they don't realize that they need to make more money every year. Like if you make the same amount of money every year, you're not progressing. You're just your dollar is dying in the bank. Every time you put money in your savings, it's just dying. The dollar is inflation is eating it up. So
that American dream.
How much you need to feel financially secure varies so much depending on not only your geographical location, but of course your lifestyle. It used to be that a six-figure salary was like the gold standard, but nowadays that may not be enough to make ends meet in certain parts of the country, especially like New York.
6 figures is still enough. Even though I don't have too many expenses, if I did a budget, I would still have plenty enough money to put in investments. There's a lot of stuff that I buy that I can cut out. I just don't, because I don't really have to. But if I did, I would. So 6 figures is plenty enough. Like, assuming you don't live in those metropolitan, like those nightlife areas, like Miami, Las Vegas, stuff like that. Like if you live in the Midwest, man, 6 figures is plenty enough to live on. Shit, you can retire in 10 years if you really know what you're doing with your money.
York or San Francisco, where it costs so much more just to cover your daily expenses.
Here's why a $100,000 household income no longer buys the American dream. Go Banking Rates analyzed how much a family of 2 adults and 2 children would need in each state to own a home, a car, and a pet, as well as have an additional 20% of their income for savings and 30% for discretionary spending.
The core of what the American dream means is some amount of economic security, that you feel like you can get by and do a bit better. Maybe do better than your parents, maybe be able to afford a house, certainly be able to save for your children's future.
All 50 states require more than a $100,000 annual income, with 38 states needing more than $140,000. The most affordable states, Mississippi, Arkansas, and Kentucky, need between 109 and 100.
What? I'm gonna keep that in mind, because Kentucky, I was thinking about moving down there. Like their weather, when I was delivering there at Dollar Tree, man, their weather, they had nice weather, man. I'm gonna have to look at their laws and stuff, see what their so Mississippi.
$17,000. The median income for a household of 4 people in each of those states in 2022 was between $71,000 and $87,000. Hawaii, California, and Massachusetts are the most expensive. Each requires an annual income of more than $240,000. The median income for a family of 4 in those 3 states in 2022 fell at least $94,000 short of what's required for the American dream. A different analysis from EPI found that in about 80% of the country, a family of 4 can afford their basic needs on less than $100,000 per year. Those include things such as housing, food, transportation, healthcare, childcare, taxes, and a few other basic necessities.
It doesn't take into account anything extra. It's really just putting food on the table, putting a roof over your head, getting healthcare for your family. So you're not saving for a rainy day if something happens to somebody or if they lose their job. So there's no extra in there for retirement, for kids' college. Those are the kinds of things that many people want to save for. Those are the many things that people consider a part of the American dream.
Only about 3% of those counties have a median income higher than the basic cost of living.
The idea behind the American dream hasn't really changed, even though lifestyles have. It used to be that you could get out of school, get a job, buy a home, and start a family. And now those milestones are harder to achieve.
That's what I was saying about before. Lifestyle has completely changed because there's more entertainment. It's not just about this necessity of survival. It's more of people want to do things now. Like they desire to be entertained. They don't desire to like survive anymore. Like survival is like, it's really not that hard to survive in this world anymore. You don't have lions chasing you. The world is civilized. The crime rate I mean, the crime rate's pretty high in bad areas, but it's still not as high as it would. Um, it would be higher without civilization, like with the laws and stuff. So I don't think people realize how lucky they are to be living in today's age. Um, like if you live past the age of 40, man, you're pretty. That was pretty hard to do back then because of like the lack of medicine, the lack of laws. Like there was a lot of violence back then. So like, I mean, talk about like millennia back then. So
used to be that a high school degree, you're good to go. You could get a great job building cars or something and be right in the middle class off of a high school degree. But now in order to get into the middle class, a high school degree is clearly not enough, right? Now,
High school degree is perfect. So I'm going to look up here. Let me see. We almost clicked off the live. Dang, this mouse is crazy sensitive. So they're saying a high school degree isn't enough. So we're going to look up trades, because you don't need trades that make 100K. So we are actually using AI right now. Oh yeah, this is funny. I mean, it's sometimes there's a time to use it, and there's a time not to. So I have this here. Oops. So we got trades. We just put in trades. So several skilled trades can offer 100K annual salary with experience, certification, potentially union membership. These include electricians, plumbers, HVAC technicians, elevator mechanics, and power line technicians. I actually looked into elevator mechanic, but I got the truck driving job instead. So specialized trades like aircraft mechanics, and I was an aircraft mechanic. I didn't really like that job too much. Boiler makers also have the potential to reach six figures. Here's more detailed. So, construction managers, they these professionals oversee projects, manage budgets, and coordinate with other tradespeople, engineers, and architects. So, if you got management skills, you can be a construction manager. Obviously, you got to get in that field. Um, Definitely got to be working outside. You're going to be working with a lot of different personalities, obviously. Electricians with experience and union membership, electricians can earn substantial income. My dad was an electrician. He worked for the illuminating company. Obviously, it was way back in the 90s, 80s, and 90s. So early 2000s. I don't know how much he said he was getting paid around 42, 45K. So obviously, that was good back then. It's not really much now. That's crazy how inflation is just. I don't know how much they're making now, but they're obviously making upwards in about 80 to 100K. So just depending on how far up in the chain you are. Plumbers, that's probably one of the things. I don't know. Like if I was really desperate, I'd be a plumber. Like I said, these are trades, man. These are all hard works. Like a lot of people don't want to do it, but I mean, you need the money. So HVAC, technicians who specialize in specific areas or gain certificates can reach six figures. Again, these are trades that you don't need my dad said you need college to do electrician. So I'm gonna have to look into that. But everything else I think is just high school degree. Elevator mechanic, the specialized field require in-depth knowledge and can lead to high earning potential. Um, Power line technician working on power lines can provide good income, especially with experience and certification. Again, it's a really tough job. Most of these jobs women won't do, so you're not going to see too many women in these fields. It's going to be mostly men. How come? Why don't they put truck drivers in there? You know why? I wonder what the percentage of like you put all these together in their fields. I wonder what the percentage of them make 100K and above. Because the last time I checked, truck drivers who make 100K and above are in the top 1%. So maybe that's why they didn't add 10% in this. Aircraft mechanic, specialized trade, particular with expertise in avionics, can be very lucrative. Like I said, aircraft mechanic that was a good experience. Like when I was younger, I don't think I could do that now. Um, Man, that was some of the toughest work I ever did. So, boiler makers build and maintain boilers and related equipment, and they often work in unions, leading to high earning potential. So, there's got to be more than that. What else? There's another job. Uh, so it just took me about maybe 5 minutes to look that up. Like people are so lazy. Um, let's see, web developers, commercial pilots. You don't need a degree to fly aircraft for purpose. Aerial firefighting, such as search and rescue, aerial photography, commercial pilots. Man, I would. Whew. So the median pay for a commercial pilot is 113K a year. Top pay is 239K. God, I wonder how much they work. Oh man, that's like rough, man. Uh, you know what? I saw pilots. I don't know if they're commercial pilots. No, they're not. They're just they're private jets. I wonder how much they make. But you got private jets doing vlogs on YouTube. So if you guys are interested, just look at private jets or private pilots, private jets, whatever, on YouTube and look for their vlogs, man. They actually show you what they do. So if you're interested in flying aircraft, learn get your pilot's license, man. If you're not afraid to be in the air. Obviously you got a parachute. So if anything goes wrong, man, you just jump off that motherfucker, man. Um, web developers and digital designers, and that's going to be very lucrative. Like, it's very demanding. Shoot, I need a web developer. I have to learn it myself because I just really don't want to pay anybody else to do it for me. So, um, digital designers, like I said, man, a digital designer, you have to be working a lot. Like that is really in front of your computer all the time, man. You got to be working. So the median pay for this is 98K. Top pay is 176. Like I said, man, these are all good pays, man. Like it's very comfortable. I'm pretty sure it's based on how much you work too. Like a lot of it's got to be commission. Like web developers and digital designers, like commercial pilots, that's got to be commissioned somehow. Special effects animator or artist. So I'm going to read the description on here. Although many great degree programs exist for the creative field, some animation and digital artists have attained success after completing a short diploma or cert animation program. Yeah, so it's like a trade. Um, either way, a quality portfolio or demo reel tends to. Man, I should have put my damn screen closer. I can barely see this. Tool for finding top paying opportunities in the firm, gaming and visual. So special effects animator or artist, man, if you like to do all that, like I said, man, artists, man, you should be taking advantage of that. Like I always said this before, like an artist can have great talent, but they're terrible at marketing. Such as myself, I'm very bad at marketing. I'll take that L though. I'm still working on it. So special effects animator artist, top pay is 169K, median pay 99K. Detective or criminal investigation, damn, they only get paid 91 starting. Well, that's I mean, dude, yeah, that's most people aren't gonna do that. Editor and editor. Even today's digital age, written communication is a dominant way of conveying, exchanging information and stories with each other, but not everybody does it. As a result, many organizations pay top dollar for excellent writers and editors. So, duh, 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 duh. They make up to 138K. Sales rep, selling products, services is a unique art that can be learned in many ways. Boost your chance for success. Sales rep, I think that's one field that everybody should experience at least for a couple months, maybe a year. Just learn how to talk to people. Like everybody should get into sales in some way, shape, or form. Helps you understand how people are, man, from both sides. Real estate agent. Oh man, so damn, that's all they make is about 120K. I guess that's almost like a commission based too. So I guess the top earners are making 120K a year. Dang. Yeah, it's gonna be a big drop off of that because if you're not if you're not get a real estate agent, you're not gonna make as much money. So that's why it says you're making 54 median pay. No wonder a lot of people, like, every time you hear a lot of people say they're in real estate, like they do other things too. So they must not be making a lot of money doing that. Computer network support specialist, median pay 71K, top pay 121. So there's a lot of jobs you could do without having to go to college. You just gonna have to work your ass off. You're gonna have to work your ass off either way, but like you don't have to go in a whole bunch of debt to earn good living. So I think that's what the problem is. So there's so much stuff you do: marketing manager, sales manager, human resources manager, purchasing manager. What the hell is that? Um, Purchasing manager, person who handle the buying of products they sell to customers to use for operations. That's because rather than I'm just mumbling here because I'm just like skimming over this. This is how I read though. I read a lot of books and I can understand, like I'll just read like gibberish and only I understand what I'm reading. Yeah, it's just aircraft controller. I heard from, yeah, the median pay is 137K and it goes up to 200K. So I've heard from a lot of people and around the space that air traffic controller is a stressful job. So if you want to do that, and it's crazy, man. Like these jobs pay good. Like we're film or video editor. Again, median pay is 66K. Top is 54K. So just really depends on your skill set. It depends how good you are. Construction manager. That is nuts. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the video. We're gonna go back to another video actually. Um, yeah, let's go to this one. Yo, I like my setup, man. It looks like I'm in space. Share screen. Let's go here.
Shorts, stories. Everywhere you look, short videos have taken over social media. And right now, there's one platform that dominates: TikTok.
I'm scrolling every single day. I doom scroll all the time.
I'm checking constantly throughout the day.
Yo, so I downloaded TikTok. I obviously try to get my reach out on TikTok as far as my weaponry fitness brand. And I watched some videos on there. It's like I don't know, man. I just don't get addicted to stuff like that. I just don't like. I don't understand how people just scroll and scroll all day. Um, like I noticed it on my platforms. Like, I mean, I don't get much viewers, but I noticed that Facebook, the Facebook viewers are the ones that scroll. TikTok scroll. Um, the people that are on X, they usually hang on for a little bit, but then they're scrolling as well. So YouTube is very interesting. If you have YouTube Premium, you can actually scroll while watching a video. So that's an L if you don't have YouTube Premium, because I don't know if there's any other platforms that do that. I'm not really sure, but um that's why I like YouTube, because I can scroll for the videos. And then the thing is, when I'm on YouTube watching long podcasts, I'll pause it, I'll save it to a playlist, watch later. I'll watch it later if I find something more interesting or more intriguing. But I'll definitely go back and finish it because I know it helps helps their channel, helps their analytics. So um yeah, that's one thing about me, man. I know how the grind is, so I'll hit the like and I'll watch. Obviously, if it's not wasting too much of my time, it's got good content, I'll watch it all the way through. But I noticed that just Facebook users, they'll scroll, TikTok scroll. So like, man, it does more harm to your head, your mental capacity than people understand. So
I'm fully addicted to TikTok. I spend a lot of time on the app, and I think it's because they're so good at giving you content that directly matches.
I don't understand. If you know you're addicted to it, then why do it? Like, I know I'm addicted to caffeine, so I cut down on it. I know I'm addicted to sugar, so I stop eating sugar. I'll still have sugar once in a while, but like I'm not like I just cut down. Like I know it's bad for you, so.
What you're interested in?
TikTok is the center of the internet for young people. It's where they go to be entertained. It's where they go to keep up with the news. It's where they go to find out about trends. They go to search for things and shop, and the list goes on.
TikTok, I don't know, man. I don't. Let me know in the comments. Like, do you actually go to TikTok for news? Because I usually go to. I'll see news on Twitter. I'll see news on. Well, mostly I'll go to X just to look at crypto stuff, mostly, and RP content. But like as far as news, I'll just hit up Google or Yahoo, or I'll see it on YouTube. So, I mean, I guess everybody gets their news some way.
Since 2016, TikTok has grown to over 1.12 billion monthly active users worldwide. In the US,
TikTok's been around since 2016. Holy crap. I didn't even download TikTok until 2022. That's when I first downloaded it. I mean, I don't use it now. I got rid of it, but damn. Just that's crazy because I started my YouTube channel in about 2010, 2011. And man, if I had taken it serious, I would have like 1 million subs right now. Because I was like, the people that started YouTube started at ground level. They're big. They got big. So I guarantee you, those same YouTube channels that got the 1 million subs and they started today, they wouldn't have got it as quick because there's just so many content creators on this damn platform now. So it's crazy.
US, nearly 118 million people use TikTok frequently, spending an average of 108 minutes per day on the app.
I'm properly consuming content on TikTok, yeah. At least 3 hours each day.
That kind of engagement has made
people make stupid stuff. See, I don't like to watch a bunch of dumb videos. I like to watch more educational stuff. So like I learned how to do crypto. I learned how to use credit cards. I learned how to make more money. I learned how to be a better truck driver. I learned how to be a better I learned more about nutrition. I learned more about evolutionary psychology, behavioral psychology. Like I only use these platforms to learn more. I don't really look at dumb videos. Like, I mean, I'll watch them once in a while, but like I won't sit there for an hour and watch that shit. So
short videos a multi-billion-dollar industry. Now platforms like YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and even LinkedIn are racing to catch up.
Short form video, that's kind of like the bite-sized version of video, what's consumable when you're looking at your phone, maybe you're waiting in line to grab some food somewhere or something. It just seems to be the right format for video in social media.
Short-form videos aren't just popular, they're transforming the way we consume content by being fast, addictive, and algorithm-driven.
The algorithm has also been the envy of many other social platforms, including Meta, which has been updating its content recommendation systems to be more similar to TikTok's. And the algorithm is also what has drawn and continues to draw a lot of especially aspiring creators to the app.
They went all in on short form video when others weren't really touching it. Famously, Twitter had short form video first with Vine, but for whatever reason, they gave up on it. And so that created a vacuum that TikTok really went into. And definitely the algorithm that they have seems to do a really good job at understanding what folks are interested in. And that has been difficult for others to replicate.
But why are these videos so addictive? It comes down to 3 key factors: speed, personalization, and infinite scrolling.
I love that the platform feels like a very strong community. The algorithm is really great at spreading information quickly and things that are relevant to you.
Generally, when I speak to teens,
I think that's a problem. Like you get information too quickly and people don't even have time to do the research on the information that is provided to them. So I think that's one of the things that really hurt humanity is like getting information too quickly. So like you'll get sports news, you get like news, trending news, you get stuff that's happening in your neighborhood too quickly, and you're not even looking too much, and you're only looking at like maybe a couple of seconds at a time, and or a minute at a time, and you're not really doing the full extensive research. So people got this like they got this surface level information that they don't know too much about, and then they go talk about others. They don't have the full story. So this is one of the reasons why I like to watch like 2 hour, 3 hour podcasts. I don't like to watch clips at all. Like I like to get the whole story. I don't like to watch clips. Like, I don't know, man.
What I hear from them is that they feel like the videos that they are being shown on their feeds on TikTok are particularly compelling. They feel like TikTok has a better sense of what they want to see than they do themselves.
Unlike traditional posts or long form videos, short videos deliver quick dopamine hits, a fast paced mix of entertainment, education, and trends that keep users engaged for hours.
Infinite scrolling in short form is a method where just capturing your attention becomes the important thing, and doing so in very short bursts. Whereas in the past, entertainment, TV, radio, plays, they're about capturing an audience's attention by being interesting and grabbing your attention to go on the journey of that show or that particular play. Whereas now it's almost as if we can just get a few seconds of your attention and lock you into this, and then we'll send you another thing that you seem to like through the algorithm.
The numbers tell the story. TikTok's success has forced many other social media platforms to adapt. Meta owned Instagram.
Yeah, I think TikTok ruined all the other platforms because when I first made my Instagram, I thought it was just pictures only. So I downloaded Instagram because I am a photographer. So I was like, no, I like this. I want to put pictures on here. Then it just turned into a Reels platform. I was like, I didn't even know what was happening at the time. Then I realized like TikTok is the reason why, because they have to compete with them. Like I don't know why these platforms like to do that. Like, why do you copy them? Why do you have to do that? YouTube is the worst. Like their shorts is worse because I don't like these portrait formatted. I like landscape. Like, why do they do that? I want to see the whole background. Like, the background is the most like that's what I pay attention to a lot. Even though we call it the focal point, the subject, I like to watch the background. I like to know what's going on in the background. You can't really do that with these shorts because it's just not that's just not the format that they're using. And it's kind of annoying.
Instagram launched Reels in August 2020. Google owned YouTube introduced Shorts in India in September 2020 after the country banned TikTok, and it launched in the US in 2021. Facebook followed with its own version of Reels that year, and LinkedIn began experimenting with short-form video in early 2024, hoping to tap into the format's popularity for professional content and industry insights.
I have been using YouTube Shorts a lot, the past few months especially, and even just in the past month, my views have been up over 700%. So I do think it's becoming a lot more popular.
I think Meta launching Reels and YouTube launching Shorts, it was smart for them to, recognize that short form was taking off, especially when it happened, which was in the early, part of 2020 when pandemic lockdowns began. And people were looking for things to do online and on their phones. I do still think that they're behind compared to where TikTok is. But, it's better to have some sort of offering here than nothing at all.
Videos on Facebook and Instagram now represent more than 60% of time spent on both platforms. Reels alone makes up 50% of total time users spend on Instagram and are reshared over 4.5 billion times a day on the platforms. To attract more creators, Instagram has doubled down on Reels with new tools such as 3-minute Reels, trial Reels, and more editing tools. Meta's head of Instagram, Adam Mosseri.
This is why I try to I try to be a little bit influential. Like I try to push out content that'll make you better as a person, like more efficient. Like I don't like to do just brainless entertainment. Like a lot of the stuff that I do, there's a purpose to it. Because like if you were to adopt my training methods, you would be extremely you'd be in the top percent as far as like your ability to move. Like people are just so lazy these days. Like in order to do the stuff that I do on my channel, as far as the martial arts content that I do, you got to be extremely fit. You got to have your nutrition in order, and the level I do it, you definitely got to get good sleep because one bad step you could hurt yourself. So like it helps me. All the stuff that I do with my training helps me with everyday things. Like with my job, with the people that I interact with. It actually helps me mentally and physically make the day a lot easier. A lot of people are just struggling to walk up the stairs. They're struggling to stay awake. Um, they don't know how to manage their stress. They don't know how to manage their money, their calories. Like all the stuff that I do on my training helps me with all that stuff. Even more so now that I'm a truck driver because it helps me manage my sleep, my food, my calorie intake, and my energy. Like I have plenty of energy for the entire day because I know how to manage all that. So, um, but yeah, this is the type of content I like to put out. Obviously, I've kind of slowed down, more doing podcasts now, but I definitely got a big video coming soon. I have to train up for that, man. It's gonna be a really big video. Can't wait to drop that, man. Hopefully, I get it dropped before July. But yeah.
Theory hinted in the past that Reels may even become its own app, but Meta did not give a timeframe on when or if this will happen. As competitors try to catch up to TikTok, the Chinese-owned app continues to evolve with features like TikTok Shop, longer videos, and more analytic tools for influencers. Meanwhile, LinkedIn is testing a new TikTok-style short-form video feed. Creators on LinkedIn are monetizing through multiple streams of income: brand partnerships, speaking gigs, client leads, courses, and digital products.
There's a gold mine happening on LinkedIn right now. I would post a video on TikTok. The very same video will get 400 views. And I'll post it at midnight on LinkedIn and I'll wake up to 200,000 views. And then by 3 p.m., it'll have 3 million views. And that's happened to me.
Dude, I don't even have I don't even get nearly enough of those views though. I'm gonna go on to the next video here. Yo, this is crazy, man. So I didn't even get into DoorDash yet. Yo, can you imagine you go back in time, you bring like somebody who is living in a hunter-gatherer days, and you bring them to the future and be like, hey, we got DoorDash. And they're like, what is that? You just sit here and wait for them. You call them on your phone, which they never had back then, and then you tell them to bring it to you. You just give them money. Like you don't even got to fight for your food. And then you get an unlimited supply of it, like assuming you have money. Like they would lose their shit. They'd be like, man, I don't want to do this. I want to go get well, I don't know. Maybe they might. It's like, uh-oh. I thought I lost my audio. There we go. Back on. But yeah, humans are just lazy, man. I haven't used ChatGPT or DoorDash yet, so I'm glad. Like I don't want to get sucked into that. Yeah, I still use I try to do everything old fashioned as much as I can. Want to keep my sanity. We got one more video to react to, and this will be the end. This one's kind of sad here. So we got a teacher here who quit because the kids aren't even reading. Like they can't read. So this is going to be interesting.
A former English teacher going viral after posting a raw and unfiltered farewell video as she leaves the classroom behind after just 3 years. Listen.
A lot of these kids don't know how to read because they have had things read to them, or they can click a button and have something read out loud to them. I just don't think these kids even care. They don't care about making a difference in the world. They don't care about how to have a resume. They don't care how to write a resume. They don't care how to write a cover letter because ChatGPT will just do it for them. And I think that we need to cut off technology from these kids probably until they go to college.
Hannah.
That is crazy. I don't understand. It's hard for me to fathom technology because we read books. We didn't have phones. We didn't have any of that stuff. And we had to go to the library to read a book. In most cases, if we didn't have our own encyclopedias at home. So I can't imagine what the parents are going through these days, trying to get their kids to stop using so much internet and stuff. I mean, it's normalized now. It's crazy.
Is a former teacher, and she joins us now. She posted that video. More than 1 million people have seen it, Hannah, probably more by the time we're on this morning. Why did you post that video?
So I taught for 3 years, as I said in my video. I wasn't always a teacher. I actually started my career in digital marketing. So I've been in the digital world for about 5 years now, or since I've graduated. And throughout the 3 years, I've taught digital arts classes and I've taught an English class. And I would say that in all of my teaching experience, technology has posed quite a challenge. And with AI becoming so accessible to children nowadays, especially teaching in an English or Core 4 classroom, it's been especially challenging kind of to have the kids comprehend and critical think and think for themselves on certain things.
Yeah.
So on my way out, I wanted to kind of raise awareness and just let people know how AI and technology is affecting their children these days.
Right. I know.
That's a problem, because like these kids have to sometimes they have to get answers on their own. Like for example, like tying a shoe. Like if you keep tying a child's shoe for them all the time, they're never going to learn how to tie it. You gotta teach them, show them, and then they'll figure it out. Like it's in our evolution DNA to figure these things out. And if the answers are always given to you, if they're always up for if they're always on the shelf, all you got to do is type a search in it for it. Like they're never going to develop. Like people are just not going to develop any kind of social skills. They're not going to develop any critical thinking skills. They're always going to be looking to other people for answers. It's like I think this is going to be a huge problem going forward.
Coming from a mother who taught for 33 years, my sister's a teacher in South Carolina, the challenges that y'all deal with, this is even before AI was a thing. I'm sure it's even more challenging now. And clearly your opinion is, yes, it is. You're a high school teacher. I'm sure your students loved you. We hate to see someone leave education because of problems within the classroom. Give me some examples of what the students are saying to you.
Well, a lot of students, and I do want to be clear, I taught a lot of very motivated and bright children. And so I don't want this to come off as if this is all the kids' fault. But I do know that a lot of times in my English classroom, I would ask them to write down a short response or just 5 sentences to answer a question. And a lot of times it would be about 2.5 sentences. And they would say, well, I can't think of anything else to say. Or, well, why do I have to answer in complete sentences? Like, you get the point from what I'm saying in just this little sentence. And then a lot of times I would assign essays, long form essays. And I know how children write, especially when they handwrite me things in the beginning of the school year. And so when a student, how I know how they write, typically would give me a very eloquently and thorough essay on a topic that I know that normally wouldn't come from them, I would ask them, was this really you? And I'd run it through an AI generator. And of course it would say 100% ChatGPT or AI. And I would speak to the student and they would more so question of, well, if I have to redo this, how much is it really going to affect my grade? Can I just take the 0?
Gosh, trying to take the easy way out. Yeah.
Right.
Is it promoting?
It's funny because when I used to write essays or anything, and I didn't put it in my words, like if I didn't know how to convey it in my own words, the teachers would know automatically. So I wonder what ChatGPT, because I know it's politically correct. So most of the time you should be able to tell if your students are plagiarizing. So, but yeah, I wonder how many teachers have quit because of their students are just not like performing. I would like to research some of these rates at which these students are failing and stuff.
Just a laziness among our children?
I suppose, and a lot of them are just feeling as though they don't really need to do the work anymore because AI will just do it for them.
Right.
And I think that AI can be in a classroom in a very effective way if we teach children in the older grades how to use it properly. But if we're allowing them this unlimited access in the classroom to use AI, they're not going to do the work themselves.
Yeah, I know you're a proponent of getting technology out of our classrooms, getting the phones out of our classrooms. I still can't believe some schools are allowing that. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry you had to leave the classroom. What are you going to do next?
Yes, well, I actually am working in a nonprofit now. I run donor relations, development, and digital marketing for them. So I'm back in what I was doing before teaching, and I'm loving it so far.
All right. Well, Hannah, thank you for giving up those 3 years.
Yo, that's what I tell people too, because sometimes the jobs that you choose don't work out. So it's good to build up your skills. So like if I were to lose my truck job skills, I mean if I were to lose my truck job, my like just say I lost because of some stupid stuff and I had to give up my CDO or something, I would have other skills to fall back on because I did the work in my 20s. So there's other things that I could do. I can even go into another trade and learn how to do something else. So I think what we need to teach young, especially men, like build your skills up young, because when you get to an age where you're like in your 30s, you don't even want to do it anymore. You gotten too lazy. You just got too soft. So like if I had a son, man, I would definitely make sure that he didn't grow up soft because you're going to always expect handouts. A lot of people expect things done for them. They think life is going to be easy. A lot of people think that things won't happen to them. They don't think that they can go homeless. They don't think that the first girl they get with is going to break their heart. They don't know. So you got to teach them how to manage stress. You got to teach them how to manage their failures because um, you can fail a lot in life, but like if you keep pushing back, you will succeed. So um, like some of the stuff that made me mentally strong, people just don't teach that anymore, man. Like I still do the most traditional things. Like I still train with traditional weapons um, because no one's gonna fight my battles for me. So I got to learn how to fight myself. It's it's very simple, man. Like you can predict someone's future based on the decisions they make. So if someone's bad with money, they're gonna go broke at some time. So you don't want that person in your life who's just terrible with money because that's just how the world works, man. We need money to survive. Um, Very rarely is somebody going to take you in and take care of you, especially when you're a grown adult. Got to be able to You got to be able to take care of yourself first and then take care of others because it's a team. We were designed to work in teams, network and stuff. So um, that's why like this whole thing with the 100 humans versus 100 men versus a gorilla, like the 100 men will win, no doubt. Like I think the first 10 or 20 men would die, but like after a while the gorilla would get tired. Like he wouldn't have the strength to fight the rest of the men. So obviously you can get like 10 men to grab one limb. So I mean you 10 times 4 is 40. That's already 40 men that got him locked down on his arms. And like the gorilla's not super strong. He's stronger than a human, but like you get 10 men on each limb, you can hold him down while the other men just go at him. Like, dude, people are stupid, man. Um, but yeah, that's all I got for today. I'm definitely gonna get ready. I'm gonna go make a long run tomorrow morning, burn some more calories, eat some more salads, eat some more grapes, and yeah, hopefully we can get this Warborn 7 off and running because we are going to be crazy with the bow staff. Learn some new bow staff skills. But yeah, make sure we didn't get a whole lot of live stream viewers, so make sure you guys hit the like video if you're watching a playback. I don't even know if anyone's gonna get this far in the thing, but hopefully I can clip this. So, but yeah, like the video, comment, and share. Peace.